Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now we are on part 2 of the Cookalong, where we are whipping up our main meal. Of course, we've got different types of bowls, whether you're a chicken fan or whether you're full-on vegan. We've got a chicken option and, of course, a quinoa option. But you can head over to our Afternoon Express website to get the full ingredients list and recipe to be cooking along with us. Now, Domi, how far are we in this recipe?
We're almost done. So we've just cooked the chicken, and I know that people like to think that you must only rest red meat, but you must also rest chicken as well, because if you cook it immediately, the juices also run out. So I always suggest, if you are going to make chicken, which is what a lot of people do, because if you cook it and you cut it immediately, you feel like it's dry. It happens the same with red meat, where if you cook it and then take it up and cut it immediately, it gets dry. So give it a chance, even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes, just so the juices can come back. I'm going to cut up some of our chicken that I made earlier, and that's going into our bowl here with the dressing that Nelly just made us here.
Beautiful. So Nelly, I know as a fitness foodie, essentially, you are quite well versed in the chicken breast.
Yes.
So how are you able to keep it?
Sounds very well versed.
I mean, you know how to whip it up and keep it tasty.
Yes.
And someone like me, I do not like white meat. I love the bone, honey. I like to feel that drumstick going in. So if you had to convince me and whip it up with the different variations of a chicken breast, how would you kind of change my mind?
Well, my top tip when it comes to chicken breast is actually I season my chicken breast beforehand with lemon. So that's a secret top tip. No one knows this. So just keeps the juices in there for the chicken, and while you're cooking it, just drizzle it with the lemon. It gives it a bit of a taste as well from the lemon, and it just keeps it like juicy.
Anele, how is the salsa going on? I can see the quinoa is already dished.
Having the best time here. So I've got some quinoa here that we've already cooked, and I've made a sauce here as well, Nelly. We've got some mayonnaise here, sriracha, a bit of smoked paprika. Always just be careful of the smoked paprika, not to put too much in, otherwise it overpowers the whole dish. And our chia seeds. We are chia.
We're chatting with our chia seeds here today.
We're with our chia seeds.
Now, Anele, I know a lot of times a lot of people also decide to activate their chia seeds by soaking them overnight.
Yeah.
Today, we're not soaking them. Are there like huge main differences, or is it just buyer's choice?
No, it's just your choice. You know, there's different applications for it. But today, our application is just to drizzle it over the final dish, or to put it here in the bit of the sauce. So you can eat it both ways. But it's still, guys, a nutrition bomb. It's a superfood.
Yes.
And it adds that crunchiness.
I know, I like it.
That texture. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so I see you've added to our dressing that we made to the chicken.
Yes.
So that's one option, where we put it in the chicken or we put it inside the entire bowl.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
so you can
perfect.
switch it up however you'd like.
And we've got some more ingredients here that I don't think we've actually spoken about. We've got some black beans and some sweet corn. And most people actually don't understand how nutritious this food actually is. Black beans legumes in general are healthy, packed with protein, carbs, fiber, all that we need. But people actually don't understand how great they are. And I think we've mentioned the benefits of sweet corn as well. So the food that we're trying to do right now, yes, it's light and quickly and healthy, light and quick, but it also is very nutritious, because we are celebrating the natural flavors of all the food here. The chicken, for one. The quinoa, we've made sure not to put too much seasoning. Anele, there you've roasted some sweet potato there. We didn't put too much in it. We basically trying to celebrate the flavors in it.
Yeah, it's just a bit of salt, pepper, a bit of olive oil, same with the chickpeas. It's just like really, it's going to bring it out.
But as we're putting these dishes together, what I also love and what I'm celebrating here is that these are ingredients that everyone can find in their pantries, in their refrigerators. They're economical, and more than ever, it's easy, quick, on the go. So whether you're feeding an entire family and you want to deck out the dining room table, or essentially if you're just feeding yourself, this is something that's quick, easy, on the go, and we're just repeating ingredients here, showing you different ways of preparing them.
And what's nice about it, you can chop and change. So if you don't have chickpeas, or if you can use something else. You can use normal beans. You can use anything. You can use lentils.
Exactly.
And if don't have sweet potatoes, use butternut.
Yes.
Just anything.
And the other thing is, if you prefer to go on the more economical side, if you don't have beans that are in a tin, you can actually buy them raw and then soak soak them and cook them fresh, what that does then, it helps you to make sure you've got more nutrition in it, but they actually they have more texture in them, meaning that you could even roast baked beans, butter beans. You could roast them because now they've got more texture. Sometimes when you get it in a can, you find that it might be a little bit more over-processed, so it's softer and it breaks apart even more. But if you soak them yourself at home, at least you can decide how crunchy you want them or how soft you want them, and then that means you could roast literally any bean or any legume.
So before we just finish off on our vegan dish here, I've made a little bit of a salsa.
Yes,
is this it? Is this done? Is there anything else I need to add in?
Just a bit of tomato.
That mayo, anything? Nothing?
Coriander.
You can put a bit on the side. So that's the big thing about the bowl. You can eat a little bit here, eat a little bit there. And what's nice here, you can share this bowl. Won't it be a nice sharing bowl?
This is definitely a delicious sharing bowl. Okay, so our vegan bowl is done. And how's it going there on the meaty side?
We're looking really good. Actually, let me let Nelly carry on with that.
Yeah, so we're just putting together the basmati rice. So what I love about basmati rice is that it's actually low GI. So it releases your sugar levels slowly, like you would any low GI product. So I would opt for that other than your normal parboiled rice.
Okay.
Yes, and then we're just putting in our beautiful cabbage salsa here with a bit of our pears, so for that crunch, as I said earlier.
Nice, and it will also complement the sweetness of that chicken that Dumi was talking about. I will not forget the sweetness of Dumi's chicken, unseasoned chicken. I love it though. It is delicious though. Okay, so we do have an option and a variety of the carb that you want to put, whether it's parboiled rice or whether, as you said, it's that low GI rice that you've recommended. Of course, we've got that cabbage, red cabbage salsa going on the side that we've added our pears to. Our chicken's already dished up. I'm loving that. We're repeating that same sweet corn, you know, just in case you've got people from different taste palettes or different diets visiting, a vegan or meat eaters. You can still keep it essentially the same here with our sweet corn. We also have those black beans, delicious, filling, added protein there in the mix. And voila, we're done.
And voila, we are done. So we've got our meat-friendly dish on this side. You've got your vegan-friendly dish on that side. And one thing is for sure is no one is going hungry.
No one is going hungry.
Nelly, I just want to thank you. You've enlightened me, and I'm taking this home today.
Loving it in South Africa to take all this along home, or rather present it for your family this evening. Head over to afternoonexpress.co.za to get the recipe. But we have more deliciousness coming up.